Hello, my friend, and welcome to Wisdom Trek. This is Guthrie Chamberlain, and I am your guide to wisdom and creating a living legacy. Thank you for joining us for our 7-day-a-week, 7 Minutes of Wisdom podcast. This is day 343 of our trek, and this week we begin a detailed series, which we originally introduced in January, called Your Life Plan Blueprint. We have synthesized this information into a 100-page PDF manual and workbook, which contains all the forms needed to create and maintain your personal life plan. On our Wisdom Trek for the remainder of this month, we will walk through each page of your life plan blueprint so that by the end of the month you will have your life plan in place and written down. This is our initial release of the manual workbook, and it is available for download at wisdom-trek.com on the left-hand sidebar of any page. Or if you are listening on your smartphone, you can text the word Life Plan with no spaces to 44222, and your life plan blueprint will be delivered to you in an email. The manual workbook is free during the month of May, so I encourage you to become one of our early adopters so that all the updates will be available to you free also. Regardless of your age, life planning is a crucial practice that few people ever complete properly, and that is why most people wander aimlessly through life. This is not surprising because until now, there was not an easy-to-use tool to complete your life plan. We hope that your life plan blueprint will take care of this. I would encourage you to follow along on your workbook each day during our daily trek, as I will be going through each page of your life plan blueprint during the remainder of this month. By the end of 2016, we will have a complete web and mobile version available of your life plan blueprint that can be completed and maintained online. Thank you so much for coming along with me as we trek through each page of your life plan blueprint. If you would like to listen to any of the past episodes, please go to wisdom-trek.com to listen to them and to read the daily journal. You can also subscribe to Wisdom Trek at iTunes, Spreaker, Stitcher, SoundCloud, iHeartRadio, and Google Play, so that each day's trek will be downloaded to you automatically. We are broadcasting from our studios at Home 2 in Charlotte, North Carolina. As I had mentioned before, we are coming to a reflection point at the end of May, where we will be completing a full year of our daily treks. We have a lot of projects in the planning stages, all of which take our time. We want to make sure that our impact is effective as possible, so I need your assistance on how best to serve you. Please email me at guthrie@venturecg.com or leave a comment at the bottom of today's journal and let me know, beginning the 1st of June, if you'd like me to continue Wisdom Trek on a 7-day, 5-day, or 3-day per week schedule. Also let me know if you would like me to change the format of our daily trek, and thank you so much in advance for your feedback. It's now time to get started on the 5th day of your Life Plan Blueprint workbook, and today we will continue with changing your thought patterns. There are 7 attributes that are needed when changing your thought patterns, and so far we've explored trust, thankfulness, truth, timing, Travail, and the Tempter, which are located on pages 3 through 9 of your Life Plan Blueprint. Today we will continue with final point, number 7, which is that you must be teachable in order to change your thought patterns. This attribute is located on page 10 of the manual. So let's get started on the final section of changing your thought patterns. Being teachable. If you want your life to be transformed, you must fill your mind with thoughts of obedience to the will of God. You must not have a rebellious or stubborn mind which refuses to submit to the will of God. You must be willing to submit to the ways and thoughts of God. You must be teachable and willing to learn from God. You must put away the thoughts of pride and self-sufficiency that refuse to acknowledge the need for God's wisdom. When you allow your mind to receive the wisdom of God, your life will be transformed. If you examine many of the most highly regarded members of any field of study, one of the most consistent similarities in their personalities you'll find is the ability to constantly learn and the desire to improve themselves in all areas of life. The ability to learn and the confidence that you can learn is the most powerful weapon that we have at our disposal at any stage of our life. Developing the humility required to be that way will be the most solid foundation you can lay to build a life that is rich and satisfying. And we have 6 points today under being teachable that we want to look at. The first one is, you must learn to trust the Lord for wisdom and understanding. Proverbs chapter 3, verses 5 through 7. Trust in the Lord with all of your heart. Do not depend on your own understanding. Seek His way in all you do, and He will show you which path to take. Don't be impressed with your own wisdom. Instead, fear the Lord and turn away from evil. And the second point is, you must learn that God's thoughts are greater than anything that we can imagine. Isaiah 55, verses 8 and 9. My thoughts are nothing like your thoughts, says the Lord, and my ways are far beyond anything you can imagine. For For just as the heavens are higher than the earth, so my ways are higher than your ways, and my thoughts higher than your thoughts. Point number 3. You must learn that there is always more to learn. Romans chapter 12, verse 3. Because of the privilege and authority God has given me, I give each of you this warning. Don't think yourself better than you really are. Be honest with your evaluation of yourselves, measuring yourselves by the faith God has given us. And the fourth point is you must learn to be responsible for your work and conduct. Galatians chapter 6, verses 3 through 5. If you think you are too important to help someone, you are only fooling yourself. You are not that important. Pay careful attention to your own work, and then you will get the satisfaction of a job well done, and you won't need to compare yourself to anyone else, for we are each responsible for our own conduct. Point number 5 under being teachable is that you must learn that you can always gain more wisdom. Proverbs 26, verse 12. There's more hope for a fool than for people who think they are wise. And the 6th point under being teachable is you must learn that God expects obedience over sacrifice. 1 Samuel chapter 15, verse 22. What is more pleasing to the Lord, your burnt offering and sacrifices, or your obedience to his voice? Listen, obedience is better than sacrifice, and submission is better than the offering of the fat of rams. So as we finish up being teachable, think about this. I'm always doing that which I cannot do in order that I may learn how to do it, which was a quote from Pablo Picasso. Today we finish up on our trail of changing your thought patterns so that you can properly complete your own life plan. We learned how valuable this attribute of being teachable really is. All 7 of these traits are essential to make sure that we are thinking properly so that we will be prepared to create our life plan, which will be our living legacy. Tomorrow, we will begin the exploration of our life plan introduction, which covers the purpose of goals. This section will cover pages 11 through 17 of your life plan blueprint manual or workbook and will span the next few days. If you have not done so already, please download your Life Plan Blueprint from the wisdom-trek.com website or text the word Life Plan with no spaces to 44222 to receive a copy in your email. Also, please encourage your family and friends to join us and then come along with us tomorrow for another day of Wisdom Trek, Creating a Legacy. That will finish our trek for today. Just as you enjoy these daily doses of wisdom, we ask you to help us to grow Wisdom Trek by sharing it with your family and friends through email, Facebook, Twitter, or in person as you meet with them, and invite them to come along with us each day. The journal for today's trek is available at wisdom-trek.com. Thank you so much for allowing me to be your guide, your mentor, but most importantly, I am your friend as I serve you through the Wisdom Trek podcast and journal each day. As we take this trek together, let us always live abundantly, love unconditionally, listen intentionally, learn continuously, lend to others generously, lead with integrity, and leave a living legacy each day. This is Guthrie Chamberlain reminding you to keep moving forward, enjoy your journey, and then create a great day every day. See you tomorrow.